Packers and Bears from Soldier Field in Chicago. Jay Cutler got another new head coach here. John Fox, his debut. Aaron Rodgers has a new guy in his ear calling plays. And looked like more of the same, although that's like vintage, right? That's like a couple of years ago.
It's kind of
Packers,
like vintage,
right? James Jones.
Where did he come from? He came out of nowhere.
How about the confidence in Aaron Rodgers to throw that ball back from the DB, knows he's got no risk, and what a play by Jones.
Recently reacquired and in the end zone for a 13-yard score.
Back Tony Driver.
Second quarter here,
Donald.
Sam Shields is going to jump off sides here on this field goal attempt. And so the Bears get new life, and so they'll take the field goal off the board. 4 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 1, and it pays off. Matt Forte punching it in from the 1-yard line.
John Fox, defensive coach, he wants to rely on the running game. Matt Forte in this front did a nice job today.
16 carries, 105 yards in the first half alone for Forte as he gets that TD to put the Bears on top 10-7. Third quarter now, same score. Packers ball. Rodgers. Is that James Jones again? Everyone thinking Randall Cobb, right, might be the one, kind of racking up all the fantasy points in this one. Well, good news, fantasy fans. He would get his hands on a touchdown from Aaron Rodgers there in the fourth quarter. Flag on the defense, though.
What a throw.
Yeah, perfect throw. Great catch by Randall Cobb. And the Packers are on top 24-16. So next Bears possession, Jay Cutler. Looking for Marquise Williams, gain of 50 and a first down. Marquise Wilson. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Washington State Coug. He was all inspired by the big Coug win over Rutgers the other day.
Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah.
3 plays later, second goal from the 2. Cutler's pass for Eddie Royal, nearly picked off by Micah Hyde. He'd get another shot at it. 2 plays later, 3rd down failure. John Fox going forward on 4th down. Packers sending the blitz, and Cutler looking for Eddie Royal. That didn't get anywhere near him.
Jay Cutler must have missed that game with Washington State and Rutgers.
I don't know how Vanderbilt did this weekend, but here's Aaron Rodgers, 3rd and 3, up 24-16, under 7 minutes to play, and cannot extend this drive incomplete for Eddie Lacy. Packers would punt.
Relax.
So Bears with another shot here. 1-score ball game, but Cutler
Clay Matthews, relax.
picked off by Clay Matthews. Penalty on the return. Interception would stand. Possession still with the Packers. Here's another look at it, LeVar.
It's a very nice zone drop break on the quarterback. He set when the quarterback set. He got in the throwing lane. Jay Cutler telegraphed the pass, and Clay makes a great play on it.
So the Packers take over, and Aaron Rodgers going back to the well, looking for James Jones. Has the second-year corner Kyle Fuller in coverage, and he gets the call. PI in the end zone, set it up at the 1, and Eddie Lacy going to punch that thing in, and that would virtually seal it here. Packers on top 31-16, but Jay Cutler trying to get things going under a minute to play.
Martellus.
Yeah, we're going to call that a garbage time touchdown for you fantasy fans out there. I know DJ was happy about this one. Martellus Bennett getting into the end zone.
Still got a shot at an onside
kick. And that's not Brandon Bostic. That is a...
You're not going to see
That is still a fresh wound.
Yeah, you're not going to see one there.
Sorry, peeled off the scab on that one, didn't we? Packers win 31-23. Rodgers, 18 of 23, just 189 through the air. Did have the 3 touchdowns, 2 to the old and new James Jones. And
the Packers are a winner. So here we go. Aaron Rodgers. Remember last year they blew a 16-0 lead in the NFC title game. This time they wouldn't have Eddie Lacy for much of the night. 3rd carry of the evening, he's done for the evening with an ankle injury. Our Albert Breer is reporting x-rays are negative, so that's good news.
That's good. That's great.
Richard Sherman, still confident even though his team lost last Sunday in St. Louis. We've been watching film, putting in the work, doing our thing. Well, let's see what Aaron Rodgers did to y'all.
His thing. And that's his thing right there.
Finding James Jones again.
Wide open lanes, man. Ain't nobody
got cut by 2 teams. Two GMs that didn't know no better.
By the way, if you're scoring at
I don't
home,
know no better either.
the Giants receivers have 1 receiving touchdown.
Yeah,
James Jones has 3.
They know better. They know Cam is not in the secondary. We can run through that fast.
But you know those teams that got cut by didn't have that quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, either. Let's get that straight.
Right before the half, it's James Jones again. They call it a touchdown on the field. Richard Sherman's like, y'all better look at this. Of course you do. You review every score. And you can see his bum is on the ground before he makes the catch out of bounds. So that is no touchdown. That is just a field goal. So the Packers still lead at 13-3 at the break. Third quarter, how about this to get it started? That's the law firm of Wilson to Wilson.
I thought that was Jimmy Graham.
That is as good a catch as you will see.
That's
I'm
a
so
great
mad
grab.
right now. So mad right now. He made that.
Russell Wilson to Luke Wilson, 24 yards and a first down. 3 plays later, 3rd and 11. Wilson to the rookie, Tyler Lockett. That's a gain of 17. They're moving the chains.
Love this kid, man. He not just a good return man, but a good receiver as
Good
well.
look player.
Not
Good
sure if
dude.
anybody
Good
checked
look
in
kid.
whether or not Mama Lynch liked this call, but it goes to Fred Jackson, the old man scoring the touchdown.
Jackson.
Oh, he's a good young man. Good luck. He's a good young man.
That gets him
Got
within
you.
13-10, and then Russell Wilson doing his thing with his legs, Marshall.
Hey, when he starts to run like this, it slows up the pressure. And you saw Green Bay, they stopped getting to him the minute he started to take off and running.
That was a gain of 17, and then it's Wilson to Chris Matthews, last year's Super Bowl hero.
That was an incredible grab. That ball was behind. Reach back to get that ball. That was an incredible.
He's a Super Bowl hero in
He's
this.
6'12".
Then Wilson finds Doug Baldwin, runs a really good route there, and scores and puts the Seahawks on top for the first time this evening.
Dougie Doug.
High as you can't hide.
Good job, baby.
But you know what? Green Bay does have Aaron Rodgers. Might not be any Jordy Nelson or Eddie Lacy, but Rodgers is fine. Look at this. Pitch and catch with Randall Cobb who had a 100-yard evening.
Cobb is nice.
And Rodgers running the hurry-up offense. 3 plays later, he finds the rookie out of Stanford, Ty Montgomery. Marshall, you like this kid.
Strong with the football. Look at the run. You rarely see guys bounce off of hits from Bobby Wagner.
I was taking note as he has that 88 on his back. More on that a little later. Tune in. But I was taking note.
And then here we go. Finding number 82. That's Richard Rodgers for the touchdown.
So you basically saying these receivers are like that because of like that.
Like that.
So we had Wilson to Wilson for the Seahawks, and we've got Rodgers to
He said the
Rodgers for
receivers
the
are like
touchdown.
that because of like that. We call Aaron Rodgers like that. If he's not on the field, the receivers ain't like that. Did you
I
get
was
that?
just saying, it's just like that.
Yeah, sure. And then how about the 2-point conversion? Once again, it's Rodgers to Rodgers. Don't worry about the flag. It's on Seattle. And now it's a 24-17 lead. Next Seahawks possession. Wilson. It's picked up by Jaron Elliott.
A nice grab, man. That's an incredible
But he
play.
fumbled the ball.
It's okay.
How's the band, baby? The robust lady is singing.
Now, the officials say it's Packers ball, but Justin Britt is like, I went in there without my helmet. I should get the football. I don't know.
Like it was a scrum.
It's pretty good by Elliott, by the way.
That was an incredible play.
So Green Bay keeps the ball after the turnover. And no Eddie Lacy, but plenty of James Starks. Sometimes you forget about him.
Hey, that 44.
Nice.
It just reminded me of boy, man. High knees. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we got a little, Breakus down here. Watch Richard Rodgers and KJ Wright get into it.
Just giving away money.
Well, KJ Wright, doing more than giving him the business.
Keep you cool, KJ.
The man got kids, man. You can't do that man like that in front of his kids.
KJ, have you seen the exit at Lambeau Field?
See you.
Okie
It's at
dokie. He
least
done.
30,000.
4 plays later,
Build a new field in the
Rodgers
hood,
to the rookie, one of his 4 grabs, Ty Montgomery.
I'm telling you, man, Ty, listen, man, that's saying something right there. You were making plays at crucial time. That is one of the criteria of getting in the 88 club.
So that leads to a Mason Crosby field goal and a 27-17 win. And I know it's only week 2, but you're talking about home field playoff implications somewhere down the road. Put this in the back of your mind when it comes to tiebreakers.
Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. First appearance in Green Bay for Kansas City since 2003. And, of course, all the talk about that 05 NFL draft, Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith, as they are ready to do battle.
Being able to make those subtle movements in the pocket, Sparrow, and then hit his receiver, buying time, he's the best in the game at that.
Ty Montgomery, first of 5 touchdown passes on the night for Aaron Rodgers.
And a lot of those was against Cooper. They found their man tonight.
Cooper would be one of the players that Rodgers would attack as the night goes on. Little screen pass here to James Starks, juking Derek Johnson 19 yards down to the 30.
No matter how hard they try, they got to keep this man on their roster. All he does is make plays.
Rodgers on a 2nd and goal connects to Randall Cobb, spreading the wealth, Willie, around those offensive targets.
Big night for Cobb, and you see him right here. It's kind of like I don't like to say it, but it is a pick play, a great executed play right here. Cobb gets the ball, rub around, whatever you want to call it, and he fights his way into the end zone. The ball crosses the plane. Cobb had a great night.
Packers had 12 first downs in the first quarter alone.
Call that the flick of the wrist.
14
little flick of the wrist.
How would Alex Smith in Kansas City respond? You know, sacked by that Green Bay front.
We talked
Joe
about
Thomas.
Kansas City's defense, but Green Bay defense took it personal tonight, and they stepped up.
Just a 1st and 10 play.
Okay.
Smith to Travis Kelce, taking it 38 yards down to the 18. An unnecessary roughness penalty would move Kansas City half the distance to the goal. 2 plays later, Jamal Charles pounds it in from 9 yards out. Well, look at Charles, does his version.
He wants the belt?
The belt celebration.
He wants the belt? He's saying, give me the belt right there. Okay.
Close look, but Charles able to break the plane before his elbow hits the turf. 7-point game at this point.
Can't do it all by yourself, brother.
Next KC possession, now down 10. DeAnthony Thomas makes the catch, but hit hard by Sam Shields. They lose 7.
Great play by Shields.
Forcing a punt.
Out by you got to keep playing, Tomba.
Free play for Rodgers makes him pay for it.
James Jones, familiar. Looking all too familiar these days. Here he is with the hard count. He gets Tom Bailey to jump outside. The defense kind of stops. He keeps playing. It's a free play for Aaron Rodgers. You got to keep playing football. Cooper falls down. Easy touchdown for James Jones.
No quarterback in the NFL better at taking advantage of those free plays than Rodgers. Packers up at the break 24-7. 3rd quarter. The rain's starting to fall at Lambeau. Smith, nearly sacked for his safety, escapes, but he's picked off by Shields. There would be a flag on the play. It was a hold on the Chiefs. Penalty declined. And Green Bay again in business.
A good pass rush right here. Just one thing Alex Smith can do is elude in the pocket, but just a bad decision. He tries to throw the ball in between 2 defenders. You see my boy Matthews right here get a little hit.
First play after the interception, Rodgers to Cobb for the 4-yard touchdown strike.
Another design play. You can see right here coming off the route. They could have got James Jones right there for a little blocking before the catch, but he got away.
31-7 at that point. Touchdown pass number 4 for Rodgers. But ensuing Kansas City drive, Smith to Jeremy Maclin, a wide receiver touchdown.
There we go.
First time it's happened since this. Week 14 of 2013, amazingly enough. Dwayne Bowe at a 22-yard catch and run. 659 days between wide receivers catching a touchdown pass for the Chiefs. Hard to believe. Green Bay marches right back down the field.
They don't have any problem catching
No, they do not. Cobb with the touchdown catch. 5th passing TD of the night, 38-14. 3rd touchdown catch for Cobb. First 3 touchdown game of his burgeoning career. Now their number 1 receiver with the injury to Jordy Nelson. 38-28 the final score.
What about another undefeated team? The Packers on a short week traveling out to San Francisco to face Colin Kaepernick, who's 3-0 all-time against Green Bay. Last week in the desert, 4 interceptions in 19 tries. Aaron Rodgers, 4 in his last 592.
What you trying to say?
I'm not very good at math, but I guess one guy's better than the other.
There you go.
As far as Rodgers, we'll show you in a second just what makes him so special. Not that you didn't already know that.
Step up, get out of there.
He just dancing back there.
That's for the other Rodgers, Richard for the score, and the Packers take the quick 7-zip lead.
Both from Cal.
On to the second, same score, 3rd and short. Rodgers for the rookie out of Stanford, Ty Montgomery. And that's
He actually
incomplete.
caught that.
So the Packers will be forced to punt. Later on, Green Bay's up 7-3. Rodgers sacked by Ahmad Brooks. That's a loss of 9. And Mason Crosby would end up missing a 44-yarder. So Green Bay only up 7-3 at the break. What's going on, guys?
This 49er defense has always given the Packers fits.
How about this pitch and catch to James Jones? The tippy-toe work. Once again, caught by the Giants.
That's a great play.
That's a gain of 38.
He's back in the Bay Area where he grew up. James Jones, welcome back.
Get that boy. Young-faced boy.
3 plays later, Rodgers, who threw for 224 yards on this day, is going to tuck it and run. He had 3 carries for 33 yards. Don't get hit now. Don't get hit now.
Get in there.
You can do this.
Yep, he stepped
Actually
out.
ruled out of bounds at the 1.
Stepped out right there. All right.
So who's going to get the fantasy points? Not Rodgers. Maybe Randall Cobb, maybe Eddie Lacy. No, it would be John Kuhn, who would extend the lead to 11. As far as Kaepernick, struggled yet again. Looking for something, but finding a whole lot of Nick Perry.
It was 2 sacks in a row right there. Wasn't good.
Kaepernick sacked 6 times on this day. Here,
There's bloodline.
bloodlines. There he is, Clay Matthews. And then Kaepernick, later on, looking for what would eventually be a frustrated Anquan Bolden, who only caught 3 passes for 12 yards.
He should be frustrated.
But Sam Shields on call.
Nice pick, huh?
Yeah, he's behind. When Anquan Bolden get behind you and you don't get it out there, oh, he's mad.
Yeah.
But all the studying in the world wouldn't help him as they lose 17-3.
Head coach Marvin Lewis talking about the confidence of his quarterback Andy Dalton as the Bengals now 5-0, knocking off the Seahawks 27-24. Now up to Green Bay. Not sure anybody has more confidence than Aaron Rodgers does playing at Lambeau Field. Hasn't thrown a pick there since 2012. Hasn't lost there in a full game since 2012. And taking on the Rams today. Nice little scramble.
Makes a little run there. Seeing what the defense is giving them and taking it.
And 3rd and 6, somebody forgot to cover Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, a little coverage bust there, and Aaron Rodgers will find you when you make a major boo-boo like that one.
31-yard score from Rodgers to Montgomery, the rookie out of Stanford, and the Packers were up 7-0. Nick Foles and the Rams trying to find the equalizer, and, well, we're showing you this play because Nick Foles absolutely crushed on this play. High load. Like Clay Matthews.
Clay we saw C.O. Moore get a flag last week doing that. Got to be careful with the crown of your head.
All right, we'll flashback here. Week 13. This is 2012. The last time Aaron Rodgers was intercepted.
Why are you showing that, Rhett?
Well, a little foreshadowing, a little flashback, and well, here's why we showed you. Because James Laurinaitis, off a deflection, diving, picks off Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau. The streak is over. It is over. 586 consecutive passing attempts at Lambeau Field without an interception.
Did he just do the whip?
I know he kept the football.
Yeah. Well, Nick Foles is going to get into the interception act as well. Here, 2 Rams possessions later. He looked like he was the intended receiver.
Yeah, no, that was an easy one for the rookie out of Miami, Ohio. Look, he's a former basketball player. He's got great ball skills, but that was what you call layup. If we're going to stick with the basketball theme.
And the Packers go up 14-0. Boy, hard to come back at Lambeau when you're down 14 to start this thing. But Todd Gurley doing his best here, goes for 11 in the second quarter. 8 plays later, 2nd and 4 for Foles. Down around the 5-yard line. How about a little flip to Tavon Austin?
Find every way possible to get Tavon Austin.
I mean, where has this been for the last few years? Well, I think I know the answer, but they've done a nice job this year.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns last 2 weeks for Tavon.
What's that, Red?
Do we have another Aaron Rodgers interception, Lamar?
Interception alert.
Tremaine Johnson able to come up with this one, also making a really nice play on this ball.
This is what's so amazing about this streak, though, is look at how those tip ball. Oh, by the way, big injury right here.
Yeah, Chris Long goes down. It looked like he kind of caught a leg to the knee. Kind of walk off on his own power. But that a tough loss there for that Rams defensive line. All right, let's go 3rd quarter now. Packers up 14-10. So the Rams very much in this thing when Aaron Rodgers finds James Jones. Look at it go. Turn it on the Jets. And just getting the goal line. Referees initially ruled him down at the 1, but upon further review, that's a touchdown.
Yep.
Had that third leg drill right there. Had the hand down.
How about it?
Propelling himself into the end
That's in
zone.
slow motion. Can you imagine full speed?
21-10 Pack. When Aaron Rodgers gets strip sacked here.
This is what we wanted to see out of this St. Louis Rams defensive front and their pass rushing ability.
Yeah.
That's Greg Williams' forte, is being able to get to a quarterback.
Marcus Joyner picks it up. Rams take over. Fourth quarter now. Same score, Rams ball.
There he is.
Gurley breaking one off again. This time he goes for 55. Guys, 30 carries for the rookie, 159 yards.
Like what I've seen so far. He's going to give them an identity on offense.
And 4 plays later, 3rd and goal, Foles.
He better.
Kendricks.
Oh, look.
He better, because if it's up to Foles' arm,
This game, look, the Rams' running game and their defense showed up. Passing game let them down today.
Yeah, still very much in it at that point when Foles was picked off by Clinton Dix. Foles goes 11 for 30 with 4 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers had 2 of them.
Give that Packers defense the credit that they're due. 10 points. They've been playing some inspired football. Doesn't always show. We're always talking about what they're doing on offense.
This is a very balanced. This is a balanced team. Their offense did not have a good day today.
At Lambeau Field, Phillip Rivers trying to pick up his first win ever against Green Bay. Of course, he doesn't play that often. Aaron Rodgers, Pack, they've won 12 straight at home by an average of 16 per, so you're thinking lapper. Especially when James Starks does this. Really, he's become the featured back now, LT.
Yeah, he has, but, Eddie Lacy was hurt today, but James Starks showing you that he can get the job done, too. He has the speed to take it to the house.
That was a 65-yard scamper, and everybody in Green Bay is loving it. On to the second. Rivers with his team down 11. On 4th and 3, Antonio gets that huge Monday night game, but this is a huge drop.
Nice back shoulder throw, and he couldn't hang on to it. All right, you'll get another chance.
Yeah, that was a 12-play, 62-yard drive that registered no points. Later on, they're down 2 scores. Rivers to Keenan Allen.
What a game he had.
Allen with 14 grabs and a $157. Another huge day for him. And then Rivers, Allen again with the tippy toes.
Hey, what's that toe drag thing you're going to do tomorrow?
Toe drag swag.
Come on, toe drag thing.
Yeah.
You're going to get on board.
That'll make it, won't it?
Come on. All right, 4 plays later. 4th and goal. What are we going to do? We're throwing it to Dontrell Inman.
Nice.
Yeah.
On 4th down.
His first career touchdown gets the Chargers within 7 at the break. 3rd quarter. Packers' first drive of the half. Rodgers on 3rd and 7, sacked. He was dropped 3 times on the day. And then the Chargers' next drive, Philly Rib, who only threw it 65 times to Malcolm Floyd in front of Clinton Dix. That's a gain of 50. Then 5 plays later, Rivers, Ladarius Green, the big fella.
He can get it done, man. Big, tall joker.
And we are tied at 17 as they beat Bloodlines for the score. Later on, Rodgers. Wait a second. This isn't. Is that Randall Cobb?
It's Randall Cobb.
One of his 2 catches on the day? I know he's been a fantasy disappointment. We all wonder what's going on there. And then Rodgers to James Jones, of course.
He hasn't been a fantasy disappointment.
No, he hasn't. Another touchdown for James Jones. Guy catches like 2 passes a game, and one of them always ends up in the end zone. Later on, Rivers. Almost picked by Sam Shields. So instead of an INT, Green Bay's defense gives up 3 points, so their lead is down to just 4. Later on, Keenan Allen not on the field after suffering a hip injury, so where's Rivers go? How about Malcolm Floyd? And he can't come down with it.
He usually comes up with these type of plays.
Demarius Randall got his paw on it, knocked it away, and the Bolts were forced to punt. Next Green Bay drive. 3rd and goal, trying to put it away with a score. Rodgers to Rodgers. Incomplete. They settle for a Mason Crosby field goal and a 7-point lead. Rodgers just 16 of 29 for 255 on the day. So here comes Philly Rib. Hitting Gates with under a minute and a half to go.
stuck that one on him.
Gates with 9 grabs for 95 yards. 2 plays later, Rivers to Gates. That's another first down. All right, Philly Rivers, let's get him to the line. Get him to the line. As I said, Rivers 43 of 65. Now we're going to run it with 20 ticks to go as Danny Woodhead is stuffed. So they had to use their final timeout. And it was knocked away on 4th and goal by Demarius Randall. And Rivers cannot believe it.
I just have to be here. Packers, Broncos, and
I see you, TD.
Yeah, big day, and also Pat Bowlen. Pat Bowlen getting a little love. Peyton Manning coming out, chasing history.
Gotta get paid some love, man.
What?
Gotta give him some love.
I didn't hear you, Herb.
Did that finally come out?
I did not hear you.
You mean that?
Yeah, what do you mean? You got the man playing some ball. They were smart.
No. Gotta give Peyton some love. You saying like you saying like he a bum. Never done it before. Gotta give Peyton some love.
Gotta give
Peyton some love.
Y'all start off shooting. This is going to be a good shot.
I'll tell you what, DeMarcus Ware had a lot of love right there.
Ain't nobody ever said anything like Peyton's a bum. Just because Peyton had thrown a few big six and everything all that this season. We talked about what?
You should be used to that as a Cowboy fan.
He's thrown a few big six every
That's
game.
all right. That's all. That means he showed something today. He showed something. That's what this game's about, fighting back. And Peyton had to fight back.
This game ain't got nothing to do with fighting back. They were ahead. What are you talking about?
So I'm talking about Peyton fighting back.
Why you got to fight back?
This is what they do, Kevin.
I love this, though. Aaron Rodgers, rough night, all night long, being pressured. The
Kevin
defense.
is like double dutch. You know, when they swinging the rope, you just got to jump in there and get yours, dog.
He's just acting the fool out here, man.
You just got to jump in there and double dutch.
Meanwhile, Peyton Manning just keeps coming.
That was a sweet throw right there.
Oh, was it?
Outside. Yes, sir. To my man.
Throws you say he couldn't throw.
No,
he couldn't make those throws,
No,
Earl.
I did not say that.
That's what you said.
He can't make them
You said he could not make those throws.
all the time.
Okay.
Did this game change your mind about Peyton Manning tonight?
Well, you know what they did, and they talked about it during the game broadcast, and they did a wonderful job.
No, he didn't ask them. He asked you.
Well, I'm talking about what they did as my.
No, he didn't ask them. We heard them. He was asking you.
He took a page out of the book of Tom Brady. They went on, they got themselves together, because they made a lot of cuts that are in cuts where, and against this Green Bay defense, they had a lot of great plays, one-on-one. They took advantage of it. It was smart of them, the way they came out with their game plan.
And also the way they ran the ball.
Yes.
And that
the way
was
they ran the ball.
And that says something about power football. Clay Matthews, meanwhile, out of the game, but 24-10 at this point in the third quarter, and the defense smothered Aaron Rodgers all night long.
Defense wins every time.
You don't usually see Aaron Rodgers get frustrated. But Aaron Rodgers got just flat out frustrated, man.
He did get frustrated.
Jordan Nelson tonight?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he missed Jordan Nelson.
Looked like all his receivers looked like their feet was hurting tonight.
Big turnover here that ended up in a safety as Aaron Rodgers once again harassed by DeMarcus Ware all night long. Put your hands together. Up top.
Denver's defense, they sent a statement. This was a statement game. Because as we were talking, my bad, I'm going to say, I said this earlier. The Packers had #1 scoring defense.
Hey, LeVar, that was some real-life Panther video right there for you on NFL Network.
That must mean that they won this game. I mean, for that to be the intro.
Let's see here. Panthers trying to remain undefeated. Packers coming off their first loss. Down 7-3, not anymore. Cam Newton sneaking over the top, just getting that ball over the goal line.
So they're changing that S to a C now, I guess.
For
Cam, Super Cam.
SC, Super Cam. There it is.
Super Cam.
Well, he couldn't get the ball from Julius Peppers. Let's go fetch it. He's like, hold on, man. Let me get this thing. Ends up giving it to a fan in the stands. Little guy.
Well, Julius Peppers has some ties to that North Carolina area.
He does. He does, the former UNC Tar Heel. But Cam Newton not done getting into the end zone, finds Greg Olsen. 17-7 Panther lead.
Wow, Julius Peppers, what a dirty player for throwing that ball away.
Come on. 27-7 Panthers on top of the Packers. Looking to run away with this thing, but the Packers say not so fast here. Third quarter, opening possession for the Pack and Randall Cobb. Now we finally got that big play.
We're looking to make a game of it. Absolutely. They needed that big play to spark something for them.
Last few games, Aaron Rodgers just 2 of 12 on passes over 20 yards in the air. That was a big one they needed. But the Panthers defense, again, coming up big here.
They pressured him all day long with that defensive front. Give them a lot of credit.
Rodgers pressured hit by Coney Ely. Rodgers fumbles. He would recover. They would punt, and that would lead to a Panthers touchdown here. Cam Newton
Funches.
to Devin Funches.
Look for that kid. He's the guy. He could turn into the go-to guy outside of Greg.
Former Michigan Wolverine. We had a little trouble here on the sidelines after that touchdown. Clinton Dix and B.J. Rodgers, Julius Peppers kind of getting into it a little bit. More on that here in just a second.
Probably a different way to go about the conversation, whatever it was.
Probably was.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy dealing with a groin injury late in this game, so he had to leave. James Starks was dealing with a pants coming off issue on that play.
Yeah, but he made it work.
he made it work. And the comeback continues here for the Packers. Guys, this game looked like it was almost over, LeVar, but back they come.
They did come back, made some big plays.
14, how about Aaron Rodgers? Anybody have a bit of pocket awareness?
How about Mr. Jones?
Yeah, he goes up, makes a nice catch.
He went up and got it at its high point, took it away. That was almost a pick.
Rodgers escaped the rush. The drive continues. First and goal. Rodgers to Rodgers. Aaron to Richard. And the Packers are now within a score. Rodgers feeling it. 8-point ball game here with under 4 minutes to play. Cam Newton trying to put it away, but Marius Randall.
Good play by the D, bad decision by Cam.
Rookie out of Arizona State makes a nice play on the football. This play was reviewed for a long time. As you can see, kind of gets control of it, and there
he's got it.
2 feet down. And a nice play by Randall as this was eventually upheld and given the interception.
For a lot of teams, this would have been the nail in the coffin. You knew Aaron Rodgers would come in and do something to win this game.
So the Packers take over on their own 22, just 3:38 remaining.
And granted, it was only,
Now 2:57 to play. A 4th and 5 for Rodgers. Oh, clutch. Finds Randall Cobb for the first down.
And they could only tie it. Let's keep that in mind. They could have pushed it to overtime with a
8-yard gain.
conversion.
Yes, again, an 8-point deficit here. 2:23 remaining. Rodgers. 3rd and goal. Rolling out as he did on that long 4th down conversion to James Jones. Going to try to run it. Roman Harper, big tackle right there to save a touchdown.
They're inside the 5, and that's Aaron Rodgers, and you got one more down.
4th and goal. Time doesn't matter here. Rodgers. Eluding the rush, trying to at least.
He had what he wanted. He just didn't see that man, Mr. Davis, right there.
Randall, he also was trying to get it to Randall Cobb.
He was open.
Yeah, he was.
He was open.
Gets
Thomas bounced off of that offensive lineman, was able to get in the passing, throwing lane. It was a nice play by him.
Rodgers saw it break open. He knows they could have had perhaps at least a touchdown there, but the Packers fall for the 2nd straight week. It's the first time they've lost back-to-back games with Rodgers at quarterback since 2010. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, losers of 2 straight, but what? They've got a get-right game, right? They haven't lost to the Lions at home since 1991. No Eddie Lacy in this game, inactive with a groin injury. But this Packers offense, boy, since week 4, it really struggled. They're the bottom of the league in yards per game, passing yards per game, 3rd down conversion percentage, and they struggled again.
Protecting Aaron Rodgers has been a problem, but there's been some times he's had time. He just can't get comfortable in the pocket and find anybody down the field.
Sacked there by Karan Reed. Packers were just 3 of 9 on 3rd down in the first half. Rodgers, Cobb there, quick 2-yard gain. He's kind of hobbling a little bit. Yeah, take a look at that left foot. 3rd quarter, opening kickoff as this was tied at 3 at the half. Speaking of barn burners. How about Amir Abdullah? Boy, after that Week 1 run we saw against the Chargers, hadn't really heard from Amir except for some fumbles, and well, he comes up with a huge kickoff return.
Big play for them.
He did that a lot at Nebraska. I remember going and watching him in a bowl game. They start every possession about the 40 to 50-yard line because of his kickoff return.
If he could just hold on to that ball when he gets in on offense, he could be a real threat.
3 plays later, Matt Stafford rolling right finds
Brandon Pettigrew.
Hey now, not Eric Ebron, but the other Lions first-round draft pick
Lacey Mill playing
a few years ago. So Matt Prater on to kick the extra point, and well, Matt Prater is perfect on field goals this year. Not as much. That is his second extra point miss of the season. So here we go. Lions up 12-3. Under 8 to play in the game. Rodgers, 3rd and 2, looking deep.
You know, he had a lot of time. He had a lot of time there. You know, obviously got the pass interference call.
All right, so here, Packers
against
call,
them. Yeah,
for
them.
holding. Lions would decline the penalty initially. Packers then look like they're going for it on 4th and 2. Then Jim Caldwell says, no, let's enforce it. 3rd and 12 then. Aaron Rodgers, boy, as he's getting hit, that's
what an amazing throw. I mean, that's an ill-advised throw. 9 times out of 10, whoever you have at quarterback doing that, you would tell them not to do it. But Aaron Rodgers, he's Aaron Rodgers.
Finds Cobb, gain of 20. 6 plays later, Rodgers to Rodgers. Aaron to Richard. And the Packers now down a deuce, 12-10. Next Lions possession. Under 3 minutes to play. Stafford to Golden Tate, who refuses to go down. Look at the block by Pettigrew downfield.
You got to bring your feet. They had 3 guys leave their feet to try and bring him down. Golden Tate is too strong for that. You got to bring your feet on contact.
All right, so Tate, 2 plays later, setting up Stafford. Here's Aaron Rodgers, can do nothing but watch, along with McCarthy. Stafford to Lance Moore. Bounce around the league.
The problem with bad teams are that every once in a while they can play a good game.
There's some talent on this Detroit team.
Under 2 minutes to play, 18-10. You think with the extra point, 9-point game, it's over?
Not so fast.
Prater misses his second.
Did I tell you that bad teams find a way to lose games?
Well, the Lions were trying to find a way.
Oh, there you go.
18-10, so Packers with a chance to tie it with a touchdown or 2-point conversion. Looks like James Starks, though, is going to give it up. Fumbles, picked up by Isa Abdul-Quddus. And it looks like the Lions might just seal the victory here, but hang on.
So you have the missed PAT. Now you have a fumble that's going to get called back. It just felt like, okay, the Packers keep getting these breaks.
You're keeping track, right?
Yep.
Another shot, all right? So here we go. 1:30 to play. Rodgers back to Starks. Convoy in front. And Starks, big gainer into Lions territory across the 50 on the screen pass. Time not really an issue here. They had timeouts. 40 seconds on the clock, 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking for Rodgers. And we've got a flag, not on Tahir Whitehead as he was guarding Richard Rodgers, but on Ziggy Ansah for roughing the passer.
Yeah, went low. You go down by the knees. They're going to call it every time.
And they do here, so fresh set of downs now for Rodgers and the Packers. 36 seconds on the clock. Rodgers, 1st and 10. Got it. So now needing just a 2-point conversion after the touchdown to tie this thing. Rodgers pressured. Devontae Adams cannot come up with it. Preston Butler, signed on Saturday, comes up with a big play on Sunday.
What a nice
knocking
play on
that
the ball.
out of Adams with his hands, huh? And Rodgers.
So it's over finally.
The game's over.
So it's over.
No.
Let's stop more.
No, it's not over yet.
Onside kick coming for the Packers. Nice one by Mason Crosby, but you got
wait.
Calvin Johnson.
That's Calvin Johnson that went up and
Megatron
grabbed the ball.
Goes off his shoulder.
And this is Megatron. Remember, go back to the Seattle game. Fumbles going in. You're sitting there, okay, now this is the script again. Calvin Johnson has the big blunder at the end of the game. Costs the Lions the ball game.
And Calvin can't come up with the onside recovery. Demarius Randall picks it up for the Packers.
You're Calvin Johnson. How do you drop the ball?
3rd and 10 from midfield. Rodgers to Devontae Adams.
Oh, no, it's going to happen.
Trying to lay on top of him, eat up as much time as possible.
You only need 3 points.
Timeout.
You only need 3 points.
And they'll get a little more yardage here. So Mason Crosby from 52, but it is blocked. Jason Jones gets a hand on it.
In Lambeau.
And somehow
In Lambeau.
The Lions, winners in Lambeau for the first time since 1991.
CNC Music Factory?
I believe
was
so.
all
you want to hit us one more time?
I'm not going to do it.
Come on.
I'm not going to do
on.
it. No, I'm not going to do it.
A little snap? You want to give me a little snap?
No.
Come on.
I will not.
The Lions have finally won in Lambeau for the first time since 1991. There it is. Back when Mike Tomczak was quarterbacking the Packers.
Nope.
Should you let the rhythm move you? What do you think?
Let the rhythm move you.
All right.
I'll
get you going, right?
Anybody wants to sign me to a record deal out there, I'm available. Just.
Trailing the Vikings by a game in the NFC North. So we've got flying eagles, we've got kind of dancing squirrels.
All right, that's fine.
I like dog, rat, monkey myself.
Yeah, that's the best one, without a doubt.
Dog, rat, monkey.
So here we go. Teddy Bridgewater. Scary moment in the second quarter. He got clobbered all day here by Julius Peppers.
Whoa. All right.
Bridgewater, ailing shoulder. He would get it checked out. However, he would return to the game. Probably wasn't the best idea for him.
Concussion a couple weeks ago.
Next Packers drive, Rodgers. Looking for Jeff Janis. This is toward the end of the first half, and that is a season throw, and Terrence Newman called for PI.
You know, he's tough. When he gets out of the pocket, you got to plaster onto your man and not look back in the back.
That was a 50-yard penalty, and then it's Rodgers hitting Randall Cobb for the score. That was huge drive because so much of it was aided by Vikings penalties. And the two-time MVP had his team up by 10 at the break. Third quarter, Teddy B trying to do something good, and he does. Looking down the seam, Kyle Rudolph, who had a huge day, gets it into the red zone.
Teddy is starting to really understand his system and what Noah Turner wants from him.
Oh, 2 plays later, Adrian Peterson, the league's leading rusher, is into the end zone. We got ourselves a game. But here comes Aaron Rodgers. Looking for the hoodie. Not Bill Belichick, but James Jones, who was actually wearing a hooded sweatshirt under his jersey.
It was cold.
You ever seen that, though?
Yeah, it was cold.
But, I mean, I've
seen Eric Pickett wear a baseball cap backwards up on his helmet. And I know you're listening, team.
And then Rodgers. How about this throw from 30 yards out on a laser to Jones?
When he leaves the pocket, look out, because people uncover and he can shoot lasers in there for touchdowns.
Come on, T. Come on, baby. Keep your eyes on the receiver.
So the Packers, they led it 25-13. There's a little toe drag swag. There you go, Nate Burleson. That's for you. Then the 2-point conversion. Rodgers so good at that. That's like the far flip to the hoodie.
He learned it. Flip it under there. It counts the same.
You know, Brett don't like that comparison. He's on the shirt.
Oh, come on. He's over that.
No, he's not.
Watch the documentary and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did what he had to do.
Next Vikings drive. Who is it? Peterson trying to do some good work. He had only 13 carries, 45 yards, and that fumble, his second lost one of the year. He has 6 fumbles this season. He's lost 2. All of them have come at home, by the way.
It's cold. Oh.
Hey, that defense did a great job all day harassing Bridgewater, who was sacked 6 times, holding the Vikings to just 13 points. And the Packers finally score 30 points in order to win a game.
I know it was for us here at NFL Network. This was the third and final game of the day tonight. J.J. Watt tweeting, I grew up in Wisconsin, watching in awe of number 4 every Sunday. Yes, Brett Favre was on hand, being honored.
Little Wayne, he's a Packers fan, despite he's from New Orleans. People down Who Dat Nation not too happy about that.
Lambeau legend, and there's another Lambeau legend, Bart Starr, making his final trip to Lambeau Field. What a moment this was to have the 2 best quarterbacks in Packers history. Aaron Rodgers and Favre hugging it out. Wow. Eddie Lacy What would we see from him today?
A screen pass.
Well, this worked out pretty well.
Yeah, this big boy can move. They got him going early tonight. He almost dropped that ball a little early, Willie.
Yeah, we were a little worried about that, but he did cross the line.
I was worried about him making that Lambeau leap, to be honest with you.
Man.
I'm just saying.
It was close, though.
Yeah, it was close. Both of them. The ball crossing the line and him getting up on the Lambeau leap. But he did.
He barely got up.
He got it. All right, so Eddie Lacy's saying, this is how I did it. I used my legs, I jumped really high, and I made it into the stands. Here's Eddie again.
Well, this is what makes this offense extra dangerous, but you can't do that, Willie.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the defender came from the back. We were taught in practice this to draw the bar out. It's a great play right there. But you got to know in traffic, somebody's going to be punching at the football.
Someone's coming from every angle.
Yeah, this time it was Chris Brzezinski. Lamar Houston recovers for the Bears, and the Bears are trying to make something happen here, and that's exactly what they do. Jake Cutler to Zach Miller. Oh, Zach Miller does score touchdowns, by the way.
He has more than Bennett. More touchdowns than Bennett. And I don't understand why nobody covered him, because he is a red zone threat.
Well, here come the Packers. James Starks picks up the first down. And Lacy's looking on from the sideline here. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. Rodgers connects with Randall Cobb, who is stopped short of the end zone, but there's a flag on the field. Take a look at this.
Well, they actually call this a pick play. This is, you see JJ kind of pushing a little bit.
He extended the forearm.
I get it, but listen, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it should have been a call.
Packers had to settle for a field goal there. Cutler here. To Marquise Wilson.
I see a 10.
That's ruled a touchdown. It will be reviewed and then marked down at the 1. And on the very next play, they give it to Jeremy Langford in for the touchdown. The last Bears rookie with a rushing touchdown in 4 straight games, Walter Payton, 1975.
It's good company.
Must be
Langford's good, but he's still no Matt Forte. Don't get it twisted, Bears fans. Uh-oh. He's talking about getting it twisted.
Yeah, J.C. Trotter's snap never gets off the ground. Rodgers falls on it, but you can see he gets up, but he's not feeling too good. Clearly in pain.
Tell me what that feels like, Willie, when you get that nerve and that elbow hit.
Yeah, you know, it's not a good play for the quarterbacks today.
Right. No. The hand goes numb, Dan. It burns like you know what.
I used to give those. I never really had them.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. When you're carrying the ball, those elbows are always getting hit. Not fun.
Sometimes it happens to me when I'm typing and I hit my pencil. Just saying. All right, 4th quarter.
Next highlight, Dan.
Rodgers on 3rd and 5. He finds the open man. Oh, no.
Unabated.
Play was blown dead.
The key word is unabated. The rule is in to protect the quarterbacks.
Yeah, neutral zone infraction. 3 plays later on 3rd and 10. Rodgers, look out. Here comes Willie Young.
No protecting Aaron there. Just more issues with this offensive line. Willie starts the dance, sees the yellow flag, Dan, pauses, and then he'll finish it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was on the Packers.
Because it's holding. Exactly. It's holding on
They had to punt. Here's Cutler here. He mishandles his snap, but he does get it back. They still
you knew it'd be, taking care of the football because of the weather.
Wet weather.
Just a little bit.
Well, and his left hand was probably still numb. Actually, that was Cutler, wrong quarterback. There we go. Oh, that's not like Aaron.
Pick off by Tracy Porter. I like the way Tracy Porter played tonight, by the way.
Yeah, Porter had a good game tonight.
Tracy won the Saints a Super Bowl with those ball skills right there.
Back in 09, right?
Rodgers was throwing to an area.
Yeah, a spot.
It looked like Adam stopped.
Yeah,
actually.
I see you, TP. Former teammate of mine. Good kid. Good to see him back and healthy.
Well, Bears get the ball back. Here's Jeremy Langford on 3rd and 14.
Ooh. 33 made a good effort trying to get in there.
Just short of the picking up the first down. Packers use their last time
right here, Dan?
punt.
2:53. Aaron gets the ball back.
I think it's in the bag.
Another Lambeau comeback.
Another one.
So finds Randall Cobb for 32 yards, who gets out of bounds at the 19.
Yeah, and you're thinking, okay, 1:45. We've got a lot of time.
It's a lot of time. Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, here we go.
3 plays later, just over a minute left, he finds Devontae Adams straight yards in the first down.
First and goal at the 7 with 1:09 left, Willie.
3 plays later, 30 seconds left. Rodgers escaping pressure.
A lot of fans jumped out of their seats but had to sit back down because he dropped the ball.
Sit down.
And Porter, once again, making a good play on the ball.
Well, Dan, to your point, tight window throw that tonight just didn't get home.
Usually those turn into touchdowns with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this was it. 4th and goal comes down to this. Rodgers trying to squeeze it in there for Devontae Adams, but a little high and maybe a little too much
They
heat.
dropped 7 and rushed 4 on this play. So they had a lot of guys in coverage to cover the receiver.
Well, yeah, you saw that kind of picket fence lined up on the goal line. They were going to make it tight, and they made it tight. They did.
Bryce Callahan there playing the defense. Jay Cutler.
So I'm keeping that football, Dan.
Yeah, well, it's his first win in Lambeau in 5 tries.
Good for him.
You know, he should keep that football. Jay Cutler playing the best football he has played since his first year as a starter, a stretch of 5 games. And the Bears now at 5-6. The Packers dropped to 7-4.
Better protection for Matt Stafford.
Third different running back in 3 plays. It's Bell, but here's Stafford's pass, and he's got Calvin Johnson. They fake into the line. Stafford getting extra time and now taken off. For a big gain, he got... Here's a first down run. Wide open field it is for Abdullah. Into the secondary and beyond to the 10. A Thursday game last week, not a quick turnaround. Here's the 3rd and 2 to the end zone, and Ebron has it for the touchdown. Back-to-back 100-yard performances for the first time in his career the last 2 weeks. 2nd and 8, Rodgers flings it. He's intercepted for only the 5th time this year, and it's Quinn who has it down to the 16. From the 17. Looking for Megatron, and it's a touchdown. Right over Sam Shields. Taking just seconds to strike off the takeaway. There's the back to open up this quarter. And he rolls right off the Detroit offensive lineman. Look at him hurdle there. Here's the throw. Starks shakes off the hit. He's inside the 10 and down to the 8.
We'll give that Green Bay defense a chance for a turnover.
Here's the handoff to Starks. The ball is fumbled into the end zone and fallen on by Cobb for a touchdown. Randall Cobb recovers it.
Saved the touchdown by the Green Bay Packers.
Here's play action. Stafford has the ball stripped out of his hands and fallen on and recovered by Green Bay. 3rd and 6. They can pick up the first down at the 2. Here's Rodgers to the end zone, and it is pulled down by Adams for his first touchdown of the year. 1st and 15. That's Rodgers. From the pocket. Now, rolling out, pointing, taking off. First down, touchdown! Aaron Rodgers runs it home. 3rd and 12, first down yardage at the 30. From the pocket, the pass. It is caught by Jones, just his 3rd catch of the year. The usually reliable all-time scorer for the Packers missed one like that. But here we go, with no timeouts. Rodgers rolling out. On the run. Flings it and tapped away. What a play, too. 16 seconds. Packers cannot afford to be tackled in the field of play. Rodgers. Can he complete one? Got a man down there, and it's incomplete. Also, one absolute desperation moment. In the middle of the field, to Jones, to Rodgers, How about that? Rodgers gets it the other way. He's thrown down. We got a flag. The game's not over. Grabbed him by the face mask. That was Devin Taylor.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 98 defense. 15-yard penalty.
This is like what happened in the Baltimore Jackson.
But can the receivers get far enough down the field?
Rodgers in trouble.
It's going to get there.
He turned 32 yesterday. Does he have a vintage moment in him? In the end zone, it is caught for the win. Richard Rodgers with a walk-off touchdown. A game ender for the Packers. Total disbelief at Ford Field. The Packers saved by the face mask call, given one last chance. And Aaron Rodgers heaves it as far as he can. And Richard Rodgers boxing out in the end zone for the touchdown.
NFC, and Aaron Rodgers trying to avoid losing his third straight home game for the first time in his career. That includes like Pee Wee football as well. Clayton Kershaw, former NL MVP, three-time Cy Young Award winner, and hanging with his buddy A.J. Ellis, Dodger catcher who's a Packers fan. Kershaw, Cowboys, you follow along. How about this? First drive for the Cowboys, picked off in the end zone. That's Sam Shields with the honors right there. Boy, if you're the Cowboys and you get that close to the goal line, you've been struggling to score, you got to capitalize on that, and they don't.
Dez got to catch the ball.
Second quarter, boys down 7-zip. Castle, Dez. Did he make it over Demarius Randall? How do you like that? It is ruled a catch on the field, but remember last year in the playoffs?
Yeah,
what is a catch? What isn't a catch? He actually told the NFL this week, you better put me on the committee to figure out what is a catch and what isn't, because I know. And that, of course, was not called a catch. So back to today's game. Mike McCarthy challenges the ruling on the field, and Dez comes to the ground, and the ball hits the ground. So that is overturned. You got that? Dallas is forced to. You guys are nice. Good signs there. Then it's Rodgers to Rodgers. It's no 61-yard Hail Mary in Motown like we saw on Thursday Night Football, but it'll do just fine, and it's 14-zip. Third quarter, Darren McFadden takes the pitch. How about this stat line? 9 carries, 111 yards. Look at Lyle Collins, the big rookie, getting downfield.
Was moving.
On our team Under Armour game.
And 2 plays later, it's Robert Turbin. Little hesitation, and guess who's within 7 points?
Offensive line from Dallas now.
That's right, the Dallas Cowboys, who started the day just a game back in the chase for the NFC East. On to the fourth, Rodgers. He's going to run it a little bit. He had 3 carries for 27 yards. That picks up the first down on 3rd and 9. And then it's Eddie Lacy, LT. Dust him off. He was back and refreshed.
He is back and refreshed. You know, he was on the bench for a little while. He got rejuvenated, re-energized, and now he's running hard.
Right, his job is a suspect right now. I'll run hard, too.
In part because James Starks has been doing a lot of this. 11 carries, 71 yards. He's into the end zone. Packers take a 21-7 lead. They end up winning it 28-7. Packers, by the time they hit the field against the Raiders, they had qualified for the postseason party. Former teammates going at it. And Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, very similar stats this year. He's the 2-time MVP.
Not touchdowns and interceptions.
All right, first quarter. Derek Carr in a scoreless game looking for Clive Walford. But it's Micah Hyde picking it off.
Cover 2-man underneath, played that really well.
He's a punt return guy, so he's got good return skills.
He got to get in there.
He doesn't get in, but watch this.
Got to get in.
Watch this. Help me out. And whee! Except that's a penalty.
How is that a penalty?
It is, because it's teammates helping him celebrate. They eventually scored a touchdown. It didn't matter.
What's that basketball team in college that do all the stuff on the sideline?
Oh, yeah, they're good. From Monmouth, they're very fun.
I love them, man.
They should get a bye into the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Just to let them in there.
Yeah. DeMarius Randall, by the way, that's a pick 6 and making it 14-zip. Hey, didn't these two teams play in Super Bowl II? And Darryl LaMonica, didn't he get picked off by Herb Adderley, the Hall of Famer? He sure did. So now we're comparing Derek Carr to Darryl LaMonica and DeMarius Randall to
When was
Herb
Super Bowl
Adderley.
II?
That's okay. Super Bowl II. That was 48 years ago. Not a math major.
I was born then.
Second quarter, Carr, Amari Cooper, who became the first Raiders receiver in a decade since Randy Moss to go over 1,000 yards in a single season.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's had a solid rookie season.
Yeah, it's been a tough second half. But
Yeah, he's been chilling in the second half, though.
yeah. Hey, whoa, watch out for the little guys.
The little guy.
Hey, come on, careful with all the Sparkies. Come on, Clay. Look at him. Oh, that's great. That is funny. All right, third quarter. Carr looking deep for Cooper. Oh, he's got it again. Raiders actually take a 20-17 lead in the rain. Next Packers drive, though, Aaron Rodgers didn't have a big day yardage.
You
but
know
he
what
does
was great
hit James Jones.
They had a two-man rush. That means you dropped 9 and you still couldn't stop it.
By the way, James Jones has to wear a hoodie even if it's 87 degrees out. I'm just convinced of it.
That's his thing now.
Now it's Carr, sacked by Julius Peppers. Raiders would have to eventually punt the ball. Packers had a field goal. They win it by 10. Once again, they haven't won the division, but they are in the postseason party. I listen to him.
That's the man. I love that dude right there, boy.
Tyrann Mathieu out for the year with that torn ACL. Arizona wins. It clinches a bye for the first time. Happy 36th birthday to Carson Palmer, who got a nifty outfit.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Apparently he lost the competition, so he had to dress like that. Okay. That's not what I got for my 36th birthday. I can tell you that.
That's how them USC cats get down, huh?
All right. Carson, Larry Fitzgerald. Boy, those guys had such good years, those two.
And they having fun.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
By the way, he had his third career 100-catch season for Fitz. Then Palmer.
He tried to put a fork in Fitz 3 years ago.
Michael Floyd getting some nice blocks. That's a pickup of 45. 6 grabs, $111 for Floyd on this day.
He's clearly transitioned into their number one target and the most dangerous guy on that offense.
And then Palmer, flustered, pushed out, and just pushing it away. Now, Clay Matthews, another USC grad, hits him. They didn't play there together, obviously. Plays a lot younger. Tries to help him up, says, "No, I'm good."
I like that.
Pump fake.
I see. So your next play, what does Palmer do? John Brown, here, help me up with this. That would be a 17-0 lead.
Just because we went to the same school don't mean we got to like each other out here.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, his first visit to the desert since that 2009 divisional playoff loss. They lost 51-45 in overtime. He wasn't standing upright enough to put any points on the board. Calais Campbell gets him there.
So nobody can get open.
I got sacked a lot. I'll translate that for you.
Somebody get open.
It's another team without a running game. And
this one picked off by Justin Bethel, who, of course, is a special team Pro Bowl sort of guy. He picks it off there. Then in the third, Rodgers. Down Buchanan with the sack. He fumbles. Rodgers eventually recovers.
There's a term called pinning your ears back. That's what they did on that play right there.
And the Packers have had all sorts of offensive line issues with injuries. Brian Bulaga injured yet again. He was done for the day.
You know, it's physical out there sometimes.
Yep, and then watch this. Josh Walker with the sack. It's recovered by Corey Reddick. Pick it up, big fella. Get off me, Eddie Lacy.
Big man dream. That's a big man's dream.
That might be the most ignorant stiff arm I've ever seen in my entire natural life, Brian.
That was so aggressive.
It's 31-0 at that point.
And the fact that Eddie Lacy is not a little man.
No, he's not.
That makes it even more.
That's like a defensive lineman pushing off an offensive line.
Look how ignorant it is. Ignorant. Get off.
Big man's dream.
Later on, Rodgers gets sacked again. And it's another touchdown. Gerard Powers. Rodgers was sacked 8 times on this day. The Cardinals defense with 9 overall.
And hold him short of the first down. Uh-oh, here we go.
Jeff Locke, and they're going to fake pocket and to the outside, and they're going to get the first down. Adam Thielen, a wide receiver, is inside the 30, and Thielen gets tackled at the 21-yard line. And Lacey again, and Lacey bursts through the seam. Play clock at 5. And they will indeed. And Lacey is going to get the first down with second, third, and fourth efforts.
So not the man coverage we might expect.
And Bridgewater gets chased, and then jumping on top of him is Matthews at the 14-yard line. So Clay gets the penalty, half the distance to the goal line, then winds up with the sack at the end. It's fourth down.
Deep threat on the outside is creating more coverage inside against Cobb.
And the pass is taken here by Devontae Adams, and Adams is able to spin away and out to the 44-yard line.
His ability to stop and re-accelerate, fun to watch.
Works his way through the maze, and now coming around to Thielen, who had that big gain on the fake punt in the first quarter, and another big gainer for him here out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Bridgewater out of the short gun to Peterson, and Adrian Peterson with a burst. They signal touchdown for 91 yards. And he gets it away, and it's going to be picked off at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's like a highlight catch or something. Watch this thing.
Meanwhile, Bridgewater throws it left-handed.
Now watch this back into this thing. One hand, backhanded, wraps it back around his wrist and hangs on to it. That's insane.
He's just been signed by the National Highlight League.
Wow.
3rd and 12. Looks over the net. He gets his arm hit as he throws.
Is that a fumble?
Yeah, now the Vikings are contending it is. For the moment, you've got Captain Munnerlyn going all the way to the end zone.
Is that ball loose? Because if he pushes that ball forward after it's loose, I think that's a fumble.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball is loose and pushed forward by an open hand. Touchdown, Minnesota.
From the 25.
There we go.
Rodgers going deep, and it's Jones making the catch. 2nd and 11 from the 16-yard line, and Rodgers. Boy, that secondary does its job again, but this time he finds Richard Rodgers, and he's in for the touchdown. And Aaron moving out, firing, finding the open guy. 57, and the kick is taken a yard in by Cordero Patterson, who's very dangerous, very dangerous. Into Green Bay territory. And he loses the ball after he gets to the 30-yard line. And the Packers have it.
Unbelievable. He gets loose with the kicker chasing him from behind. Watch Crosby swat it out. What a play. They're going to have one-on-one out here.
Here he comes, and Rodgers rolling away deep downfield. That is caught. Jones. He said, our pedigree, we know how to win big games. He dumps it to Kuhn, and Kuhn takes it to the 10-yard line. 4 rush, 7 cover. Rodgers, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Xavier Rhodes. They're also backing the linebackers up. And Rodgers on 4th down. He's going to keep it alive on a pass to Richard Rodgers. Clock keeps on running. They have to scramble to the line. Line of scrimmage is the 46. Does he spike it here? No. Backs up, throws to the outside. Caught, getting out of bounds now is Devontae Adams. And now Rodgers flips on the outside to Rodgers.
Not have enough time.
Out of bounds. And that's going to take us, unless Aaron can spike it here.
Can't spike it.
That's going to do it. It's also 4th down. So can Rodgers spike it in time? He's going to get one more play. One more miracle attempt to the end zone. Can they do this again? No. Oh, mackerel.
Wow, what a game.
Whew.
It took every second, but they finally knocked the champs off in this division.
On this windy but not cold day in Landover, Maryland, we've got both sidelines covered. Chris Myers is here, but first up, Aaron Andrews on the Green Bay sideline. Packers and the Cowboys, the only two teams to not allow an opening drive touchdown. That continues. Good work by this defense that's played well. Here's Hyde from inside the 10. Can't get to the 20. Going to be knocked down near the 17, and a flag comes in at the end.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team, number 39. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Green Bay. Timeout.
Sitton found that out last week. Third down and 13. And in the end zone, down goes Rodgers for a safety. Good punt. This is Ross. To the sideline. Out of bounds near the 45.
In these ball games, and it's hid a lot of weaknesses for him.
Play action, little rollout, and the pass is caught. Big gainer to Alex Smith. Second and 7. Cousins protected. Pass caught. Reed, first down. In the league this year, scoring touchdowns. Inside the 20. Wide open Jackson to the pylon. Touchdown.
After review, the runner crosses the goal line, but his foot does not land in the end zone. The ball is at the half-yard line when he touches out of bounds. It will be Washington's ball, first and goal at the half-yard line. The clock will start on my ready for play.
Deshaun Jackson, usually with such a great nose and feel for the end zone, had the ball in the right arm. Didn't get the foot down in the end zone. Morris, well played. First guy there was Clinton Dix. Tried again, and well played again by this Green Bay front. Guyon is there. Matthews was in on it as well.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
It would be for Green Bay. Third and goal. Cousins fires. It's broken up. And Clinton Dix was in there. This now from 25 yards away for Hopkins. And instead of at least an 8-0 lead, it's 5-0. They're 32 up 5. Play action. Cousins under pressure. Peppers, now Matthews, ball out, and Cousins back on it. They're down in 3. Passes. What a catch by Reed. One-handed down inside the 40. Brunell leading 5-0 after 1. First down. Pass caught. Garcon. First down as he made a move on Casey Hayward. Third down and 10. Protected. End zone. Touchdown, Jordan Reed. Give Green Bay a first down. Looking right, back to his left. In the pocket, down the middle for Jones. Nice catch, James Jones. Will Blackman, the former Packer, in coverage. Here's Adams. Pretty good game last week against the Vikings, and some nice moves here out on the edge. Causing some confusion
Well, he got him again, Joe.
He got him again. Gruden was trying to call timeout, didn't get it. End zone, pass is caught for the touchdown. Randall Cobb. But there are flags on the field.
It's been nothing short of phenomenal.
On first down, four-man rush, and the ball's out. A sack, a fumble, and we'll see who's got it. It's the second fumble of this game for Kirk Cousins. He fumbled 9 times during the regular season. Lost only 3 of them. Packers say they have it, and they do.
Any separation from the defenders.
Here's Cobb. Well-designed play, and Cobb's got a first down. And blocking out in front of him. Blitz. Pass caught. James Jones. 43-yard try here by Crosby. He is good. He's had a good year. On 2nd and 10, pass is caught by Jones. Adams, he's got it. And in a year filled with drops for Devontae Adams, just got it away. Adams wide open for the touchdown. And there is life with this Green Bay Packers offense. Realized Green Bay the last 2 seasons when leading at the half, including the postseason, 19-1. Here is Ross on the return. Far side of the field, good return by Ross out across the 25. He gets hit out of bounds, but no flag. So working with the wind at his back is Kirk Cousins. Gonna put it up. He's got Garcon out near midfield, went backward, and he's knocked down at the 48. Cousins keeps it. Floats it. Got his man. Big hit. Pass caught. Jordan Reed down near the 6.
With the safety.
Cousins for the touchdown. Hard count didn't work. Eddie Lacy does. Tripped up with a first down and a conversion for the guy with a bad rib.
319!
Lacy again. Lacy breaks loose. Goldson in his way. And Eddie Lacy down inside the 5. It's the longest run of the season for Eddie Lacy. Here's a toss to Starks running right. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers answer the touchdown by Kirk Cousins.
58!
2nd and 13. Open is Cobb, and he's got to catch in midfield with another first down. Here's Starks. A lot of room to run. And Starks has got a first down carry for the Pack. What a weapon that hard count is for Aaron Rodgers. 1st and 5. Starks cuts back. Good run. And James Starks is out of bounds inside the 5. He gets it. Touchdown. This to make it a 14-point game. Pass is caught by Abradaris. And it is a 14-point Packer lead. Here's one for Reed. He finds a hole in this defense, and Jordan Reed is still going. But they're going to say he was down by contact inside the 40. Matthews coming, and he gets home. Was not alone. Nick Perry there as well, and a huge sack for this Green Bay defense. Pierre Garçon. Low snap. Underneath, Reed can't make a one-handed catch. We'll be in a better position to go for it on fourth down. Pressure on that play by Mike Daniels. Good punt here by Way.
Doesn't have a choice but to go for it here on fourth down.
Fourth down and 10. Cousins is sacked. And the Packers take over. Nick Perry. 29-yard try here by Mason Crosby. 17-point game. That will play out in the months to come. Here's a screen for Thompson. Blocking in front of him. Big play to start this drive, down by 17 with 4.5 to go.
Early as a receiver out of the backfield.
Cousins has Garçon. He's out of bounds. The Redskins are not going to go quietly, but a flag is down. Challenge that catch by Thompson.
It was almost simultaneous with McCarthy pulling the flag out of his pocket.
Here's a pass caught by Reed, but he is tackled immediately. Fourth down and 3. Cousins got to get rid of it. And can't. Green Bay will take over. And it's Mike Neal who makes the play for the Packers defense. Under Jim Harbaugh to the Baltimore Ravens. Second down and 7 here is Lacy right side. And Lacy refusing to go down. How about that carry by Eddie Lacy? The ball came out. Washington saying that they got it, but
franchise to then only be active for one game all year. Having said that, I think he handled it pretty well.
Here's Jordan Reed, able to hop out of bounds with a first down. Third and 8. Into the waiting arms of Nick Perry goes Kirk Cousins. Daniels there as well. 4th and 17. Long way to go for Thompson. He won't get there. This was a game Washington led 11-0.
This is going to be a good week for the Green Bay Packers. Finally kind of pulling it together and getting a chance to move on. And who knows, maybe this is like the magical year they had in 2010.
Well, Mike McCarthy has talked about how frustrated he's been having to talk about what was a 10-win season. Seeming discord between quarterback and head coach and play caller, but it all came together today. Redskins out, Green Bay Packers moving on with a convincing win. Back after this. Green Bay won the toss. They elect to defer. Mason Crosby ready to kick off and get this game started. J.J. Nelson, who was the fastest guy at the combine, he ran a 4.2840, is back to take it along with Britton Golden, and Golden takes the ball from the end zone out to the 22-yard line. So Palmer now from the gun. 2 minutes into the game, pressure put on again, and he swings it out to David Johnson, and the rookie with a 12-yard gain, and the play caller, as is Mike McCarthy these days. 3rd and 9. Palmer stepping up, feeling the pressure, and then throws, and that will be caught, but short of the first down. J.J. Nelson makes the catch. Palmer, look out, and he gets decked, and that's Nick Perry, with Palmer never seeing number 53 coming in from the left side. and it's 3rd down and goal. Only a 3-man rush. And Palmer to the back corner of the end zone, and it is caught. Michael Floyd for the touchdown. Completed 7. He did have an interception. And Rodgers will extend the play as he so brilliantly does, and then takes off and slides to a stop up at the 44-yard line. So on a 3rd and 4, that's what he did. Meanwhile, there's a flag thrown. Rodgers going to the line. Now you got another flag thrown downfield. So one at the outside, and now another one on the near side of the field. So you had 3 different flags being thrown. One at the snap, one downfield.
Fouls against both teams on the play. We have an illegal shift, offense number 75. Defense 12 men on the field. Illegal use of hands to the face, defense number 44. All those penalties offset where we play 3rd down.
Janis in the game right now. We're back to a 3rd and 4. And Rodgers again rolling and extending, and the catch is made at the 40-yard line. Jared Abbrederis.
5 or 6 for a field goal shot.
Buchanan looking like he's going to blitz, but then he backs off. Rodgers gets it away under pressure, and that is caught at the 25. Abbrederis.
It was downfield. It was a screen pass left that didn't work.
And Rodgers fires, and that'll be caught at the 19-yard line, and that is Jeff Janis. 3rd down and 4. Rodgers, look out from behind, off balance, fires, intercepted at the goal line by Patrick Peterson. Flag is down, and Peterson might go all the way, and he will for the moment, pending the penalty. Patrick Peterson,
going to get a taunting call.
Another flag at the end.
He's going to get a taunting call. He pointed at James Starks before he got to the end zone.
Well, you saw that flag come in. Let's see about the first one.
There are fouls against both teams on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the defensive team number 21. That penalty be declined. Prior to the interception, early use of hands to the face, defense. Number 92, it's a 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
In the backfield. And Rodgers fires, and that is incomplete. Jeff Janis was the intended receiver, so 28-yard attempt, Mason Crosby. And he picks up the Packers' first points of the night. Palmer won the Heisman Trophy at USC under Pete Carroll in 2002. Hangs in the pocket, fires, and at the 39, that's caught, and then driven out of bounds, but he was able to get in. 10 minutes to the half, look out from behind, and Palmer gets wrapped up and taken down, and that is Julius Peppers. Cardinals go empty, which they do more than any team in the league. And Palmer able to get out of trouble and then fire, and that's caught. Brown makes the catch, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards shy. 4-man rush. And Rodgers sprinting away, throws, and it's caught along the sideline, and that's Richard Rodgers. Rodgers fires, caught over the middle, another 1st down. Abbrederis, 2nd and 11. Rodgers again has time, and that is caught along the sideline. All-out blitz, and it's out of the back of the end zone. Outstanding career, 34-yarder, and that's right down the middle. From the 35. Kuhn in at fullback. And Rodgers, good protection, but look out, and it's picked off at the 47-yard line. Underthrown, maybe tipped, and it is intercepted by Rashad Johnson. 3rd and 11. Palmer 8 of 15 for only 74 yards. And he goes into double coverage, and that will be picked off there by Clinton Dix. And a big hole here for Lacey, and then he falls down, but gets up and gets the 1st down. 31-yard line. Give it to Lacey again. And Lacey off to the races again. Busting tackles. inside the 30. And he'll get ridden down after he sets up a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Rashad Johnson. Play clock at 2. Blitz coming. Rodgers escapes and then fires on the run, and it is caught. Janis, touchdown. So Green Bay ran 34 of 37 plays at one junction. Now the pass down the sideline, and that's Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald hauling it in.
So he has not been hit much. By comparison, Rodgers had 46.
4-man rush, caught over the middle. He goes to the tight end. First time that Darren Fells has been targeted, and now you got a flag coming in. He broke 5 Packer tackles. Off the fake, Palmer over the middle. Fitzgerald, 1st and goal, takes it to the 6-yard line. He missed only 3 field goals this year. He missed 5 extra points, and this one is good. Hockey arena for the Coyotes, football stadium out here in Glendale. Palmer stepping up in the pocket, fires, that is caught by Larry Fitzgerald. Another key grab.
Excellent runner.
We saw Chris Johnson, who got hurt a few weeks ago, caught by Johnson here, and David Johnson, who supplants Chris when Chris got hurt. Ball spotted at the 10, a 1st and goal. Good play action fake. Pass to the end zone is going to be picked off. Intended for Brown, and Demarius Randall intercepts it. It floated, it hung, it's short, and Green Bay dodges a big bullet. Rodgers sliding left, throws, making the catch as he spins his way out of bounds is Richard Rodgers. The crowd sensing the importance of a stop here. Pressure put on. Pass is caught. Is he tackled is the question by Rodgers, and they're going to let him go down to the 22-yard line.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field has changed. The ball hit the ground and it is an incomplete pass. Arizona will not be charged with a timeout. It brings up 4th down.
Not the greatest way to start a drive. 2nd down and 10 at the 20. And Palmer fires, and that's caught up at the 40-yard line by John Brown. And Palmer fires to the outside. Fitzgerald turns it upfield, and Larry Fitzgerald trying to get that 1st down and reaches for it, and it's going to be very, very close. They'll spot it right there to the slot. And Palmer's going to throw underneath, and that's going to be caught by Michael Floyd. And Floyd is taken out of bounds, gets the 1st down at the 34. Play clock at 2. Palmer firing, coming back, making the catch at the 18 is John Brown. 3rd down and 10. 3 receivers set to the left. Palmer throws into traffic, and that's caught by Johnson. And Johnson's going to take the ball for what appears to be a 1st down. They got 3rd down on this drive. Ball at the 9. Palmer fires, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Get out of here.
Michael Floyd.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you, for the Cardinals right now, you believe in divine intervention. 3rd down, long 5. Pressure, pass to the outside is incomplete, intended for Abradaris. And they do snap it, throw it, no good.
He one-hopped it.
Yep. And Green Bay, I agree with you. I thought they would punt it because now Arizona's already in field goal range. And this is no chip shot field goal either. Now you got Johnson to the outside, trying to get around the corner. They're trying, but that'll keep the clock winding down to the 2-minute warning, but it's going to be 4th down. 36-yard attempt. Hold is good. Kick is good. Cardinals with a blitz, and Rodgers gets knocked down and taken down to the 3-yard line. Dwight Freeney. 3rd and 20 from the 4. Down to a minute to play. Rodgers dancing in the end zone. looking, sailing one deep, praying, and it's incomplete. Intended for Janis, who looks around for a flag, and there is none. End of the game here if they don't get 20 yards. Here goes Rodgers again, all the way downfield, and it's going to be caught by Janis at the 35-yard line. How in the world against that defense do you get a guy free? He resets Starks. They are going to bring pressure again. Rodgers is going to roll away, throws it up in the air, says a prayer, and Janis does it.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, please!
What a catch!
That's insane!
Oh my, that may be one of the great throws ever made. Moving to his left, falling away, and launching a perfect throw.
That's insane. Now go back. Of course, we have to watch this again. Did he have control? They look at it. It's a scoring play. Is it a catch? Ball is bouncing around on his chest.
Oh.
Ooh. That was Peterson behind him. Johnson comes in. Johnson got his hand on the ball.
And then once he's in the end zone, then there was a late punch out there. I think he had control for a moment. And then it was Rashad Johnson. Is there control right there? And now Rashad Johnson comes in and punches it out. That's the way I would see that.
The verdict.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. It is a touchdown.
We can be here until a week from Tuesday.
Okay, gentlemen, overtime in the postseason. We will continue to play until we determine a winner. Both teams are going to have an opportunity to possess the ball unless the first team on offense scores a touchdown or there's a defensive score. Each team's going to have 3 timeouts per half, and all replays are going to be handled upstairs. Good? Okay. Again, the shield side is heads, the T side is tails. The shield is heads, the T side is tails. Green Bay, visiting team, it's your choice. Tails is the call. Tails is the call.
We want the ball.
Yeah, we want the ball. No, it didn't flip. It didn't flip. It didn't flip. It didn't flip. Here we go.
I'm going to flip.
Tails is the call.
Please, you can't make any of this
It
up.
is heads. You want the ball. Which way you want to kick? Okay, flip around.
So wait a second. It didn't flip.
One's a toss.
The coin went up and didn't flip, and so they had to re-flip it. Come on, Al. How long you been doing this?
I'm going to flip right now.
This is nuts. Kuhn was laughing by the end of it.
So now Arizona from the 20-yard line. Blitz coming. Matthews. Palmer stepping away at first. Palmer extending the play.
Nobody there.
Crosses the field. Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to take it into Green Bay territory. Larry Fitzgerald inside the 30, the 20.
If he scores, it's over.
It's insane to the 4-yard line. One of the greatest postseason performers ever. Brown is the motion man. Little flip to Fitzgerald. He scores! And the Cardinals win an amazing game. That gang was one for the ages.
Carson Palmer on the scramble. They lose Larry Fitzgerald, and here you go. Bay. I just can't believe what I'm seeing out of this ball game. Al, come on, you've been doing this a long time. You've seen anything like it?
No, this is, as I said, this is one for the books here. In so many ways, there's so many plays, and it ends with number 11 going into the end zone. Arizona moves on. Green Bay goes home. Post game next.